events, and San Jose stays Brone on the winner side.
Look, all I'm saying is I've heard time and time again that this guy's an 0-2er in the NorCal scene. All I hear is Brone's not even that good, but I only hear it from NorCal people.
Yeah, because he's taking names everywhere else. I mean, look at this already in the winners finals. Now Jonathan Tene fighting against his second Bedman, and for those of you who know that Genesis lore, this is actually a rematch from Grand Finals where Brone ended up taking it. So we got to see now if history's going to repeat itself or if Jonathan is going to find a way to rewrite it.
Absolutely. Tene, can you find a way to secure yourself a Genesis win? Or is Brone going to be the one to take you all the way to the bank? Honestly, it looks a lot like Tene right now. It's starting off strong, and like we were talking about earlier, right? A lot more Zato than you might expect to see from Tene in these kind of tournaments, but with multiple Bedmans lined up before him, he's like, hey, I know the matchup. I might as well stick to what I know.
Yeah, no, actually, I mean, so far, look at that. So much offensive prowess here for Jonathan, especially on those big bodies. Brone also newer to the character after Jonathan has defeated his master. Like, this is just such a storied line that has to go on right now for Brone. So many different obstacles to overcome.
Yup, and finds another hit there. Speaking of an obstacle, that invite hell is such an obstacle for you to deal with. Great backdash though from Tene, or excuse me, from Brone. And now, opportunity, but doesn't quite look like it. It's all Tene's show right now.
Oh yeah, this is just diabolical here. Brone just doesn't have any real answers, gets caught trying to block the tab dust, and a speed run of a game for Jonathan in game one.
That was just honestly a Zato showcase. That was like a here's all the things Zato can do. This is what the pressure sequences look like. Hold this mix. Nothing you can do. Brone though, I don't know. I mean, Tene used to show people things on this character. Like it's not. This has been around the block.
Oh yeah, so I mean, this is the Zato that's qualified for Arc World Tours, that has won majors, and you have to try to defeat it with the character that you relatively just picked up. This is going to be a tough task for Brone to try and overcome.
Sword super through the wall. And right now, Brone is just feeling the sting of that blade right now. Locked in the corner. The YRC finally going to find you some reprieve, and with no burst on Tene, you got to spin to 50% tension to get back in the driver's seat. Oh my gosh, the whiff punish as well. Backdash is a command grab though.
This could be where it starts for Brone right now, and immediately the stop sign comes out from Jonathan.
I love Jonathan was just like, all right, actually, you know what? I've decided I'm not going to hold this anymore. I like meter, no meter, does not matter. Hold my 5 feet.
Oh my gosh, gets caught by the 2H. And now Jonathan is down a round in this game.
Brone doing everything he can to just get some stuff started up here. Dealing with Eddie is just so hard. Okay, but finds a great 2P there to find a little bit of reprieve. What can you do with the like again, this is like what we're talking about, right? That entire Eddie meter comes back in front of Brone's eyes, and he's like, I'm not even in swing range. I don't know.
Yeah, you just kind of wall him out there with that 5H invite hell. Not much you can do. Have to gamble on a wild assault, and does. Just like that, we're right back in a terrible scenario for Brone. Has to block this all out. YRC comes out, barely avoids that full risk punish. Eddie's out of the picture now as well. This is actually looking not too bad for Brone, except for that 2H getting punished.
Ooh, finding a bit more pressure here. The frog is in, the overheads are on, and we're going to be holding on to this corner a little while longer. Yup, and get super off? Yes, you can. Brone is just, again, this is what this character does, right? You know, like a lot of people talk about Zato in this way, and you know, at the end of the day, he's still a mauler in the corner. He's still got all of his just oppressive offense. Oh! 6B for 6B.
Yeah, 6B battle not quite working out. Gets the backdash, forces the burst out of Jonathan Tene. He wants to stay alive in this one. And Brone is going to get hit, wants to move on to the next round and make sure that he can kill Jonathan without any sort of defensive options.
Yeah, as tempting of a burst opportunity as that might have been, Brone says, I just got to hold on a little longer.
Like, look at this. There's literally nothing that Jonathan can do right now besides, yes, it is paying off. This is going to kill. Oh my goodness, he's dead. No, he's not. I'm a liar.
That was the wrong super. You need the damage, my friend, but it doesn't matter either way. Just come up, whack him on his noggin real quick, and send him off on his way. But I mean, you're right? Both these characters lack any real reversal options, and just like, especially Zato just explodes once a little bit of damage comes his way. Oh my goodness. Behind the back into the 5D. Love to see that from Tene. Just kind of getting a little creative with it. Shots off, though. Eddie, get down, Mr. President. I don't know if you should have taken that bullet, my friend, because nobody's going to be here to defend your blonde-haired compatriot.
Uh-oh. Now, finally, Eddie is back up and ready to go. Can't block that JD. Such a scary overhead option. Look at the damage, and Eddie is back. This is real bad for Brone again.
Yeah, I don't know. Delilah, you might want to take notes and start pressing some buttons. Like, I don't know. Eddie been putting in a lot of work.
It's like, listen, where's my negative edge puppet? This is looking ridiculous.
But once again, Brone down around, able to come back from this last time, but we'll see what we can do. Oh, yup. Had the error locked and loaded, just was dashing on in because you know Tene got nowhere to run.
Yeah, there's actually nowhere for him to go. Trying to get those jumps out here. JD not going to net anything.
Ooh, just barely whiffs out on there. Good backdash from Tene to get things started up. I actually really like Brone taking the second hit there, right? With that low of Eddie meter, it is pretty much a get-out-of-jail-free card as far as the pressure is concerned.
Speaking of get-out-of-jail-free, Jonathan trying to find any way out that's not blocking the backdash as well. Maybe he wants to try to get that extra burst gauge off the wall and then nets it. Now we're sitting at a just about perfectly even game.
Oh, tries to find out off the start.
Oh, no.
My goodness, dribbling my man across the court.
Yeah, that was bad. And this is even worse now. Command grab comes out for Jonathan. 6P gets taken. And once again, not afraid to exhaust that Eddie gauge, knows that he has a command grab on deck at all times.
I love how well Tene knows this character. Even after all this time, even after all of the things he will say about Zato on Twitter, at the end of the day, he still knows the character, right? Pulls Eddie back off the frog, able to find the command grab, and should be able to pull this one all the way to the end. Yeah,
no bar.
No bar. You're gonna get chipped out one way or another. Brone down a game, but was able to battle back last time. And I know Brone's got more in the tank. You know, don't count either of these players out.
Man, honestly, with how sporadic Brone is going to be, trying to get back into these games here, not trying to take any time, that's you can tell that he's on one right now. However, though, being on one isn't enough to take games against Jonathan Tene, let alone sets.
Nah, that was such a beautiful use of a pose to beat out that JD, and now Tene still in, honestly, a fine scenario, right? He's not opting into using the meter, but he's just saying, like, I can block this out.
Oh my gosh, the combo off of the cone, and now Brone is in the corner.
That was so raw. Tene was just like, I'm going to deflect, and I'm going to get a combo off of your own. You love to see that kind of stuff. Oh, but careful now. Yeah, YRC finally going to just say, all right, I've had enough of just blocking my way out. Let me put you back in the pressure sequence. Good blocks from Brone up until it isn't enough. Oh,
throws away that offensive prowess with the backdash. Tries to go for the wild assault, and now this is looking incredibly bad for Brone. Doesn't have the burst to work with. Gets it out of Jonathan, but he may not need it depending on how this offense goes.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Tene's offense is just looking so structured, but then even when Eddie is gone, Invite Hell is just a bit too big of a beast for Brone to be able to handle. And there it is again. With no meter, you're going to see it a lot. When we got the dash back, and it's just going to be all curtains for you here. Not going to quite get enough, so you hold on to this corner a little longer, but not going to kill here. Again, this situation just gets more and more dire by the minute.
And with dire comes death. Here comes Brone all the way down to the loser side of the bracket. Going to be waiting, though, in losers finals, guaranteeing himself third place, and Jonathan Tene has a chance once again to try and break the curse, to try to win this tournament. Genesis X2 in particular from the winner's side has not been done before.
No, but you're in the best position you can possibly give yourself, right? You know, get up into this winner's finals, get up into this grand finals, and just rest on your laurels for a bit. We got a